are live. We are getting our platforms aligned and just waiting. Here we go. We are live now. Live is starting on Facebook. Hello, hello, hello. Okay, we are live. I'm going to just check Facebook. Welcome, everyone, to the 6/6 portal. I'm just going to check here on Facebook on our other platform here just to double check that we are streaming. And there we are. We are streaming. Everything is aligned. Welcome to the 6/6 portal, the Solar Rose Elixir activation, the future of New Earth, our Facebook Live. I'm so honored to be here with beloved Soul Sister Channel Reiki Master Kellyanne Head. Welcome, Kellyanne.
So good to be here. Thank you for just, being in this beautiful Venusian resonance and hearing our call together, because this is such a special day, such a magnificent portal to work together and bring our hearts together. So thank you for hearing the clarion call.
As we are walking together, Kellyanne and I, I'm Jennifer Ashira. If you don't know me, I'm the founder of Light Priestess Temple global brand and community, and soon to be fashion brand. And I'm building it all to uplift the planet and all women. And Kellyanne, tell us about you and your sacred gifts you share in the world.
I've been on this path for about 20 years now, and it's been a real devotion. And my work is soul evolution coaching, divine feminine ascension guide, and angelic master healer. So it's an absolute honor to be here to share what's been coming in and moving through us as our own little divine union. Jennifer and I, we carry, I think, kind of different frequencies in a way. Like Jennifer is this beautiful solar energy, I'm holding this Venusian energy, and we find ourselves kind of channeling both of those alchemies together. And we've got so much to share on what's coming in for us and through us. And I just want to say thank you to this beautiful Solar Rose community as well, that have been just so beloved and so nourishing. And thank you for your presence. You've been an absolute divine gift to us. So thank you.
Yes, and welcoming today. Please post in the chat. Really want your feedback today. I want you to fall in love with the comment section, the chat section, and share. We're going to be asking questions. We're going to be wanting feedback. And right now, like, where are you grading your light, and what sacred work do you do in the world? We want to know. We want to hear. We want to hear from you. Flirt and deepen into the chat. We have creators here today, artists, mentors, coaches, healers, embodiment leaders, creators of the new earth. What you have within you is there's women that have gifts within them right now, watching right now, that will change this world. And this is why we are here, because the new future of New Earth is feminine led. That is just, it is the feminine frequency. Whether you're a masculine essence or a feminine essence, the feminine frequency is leading. And let's just dive in, Kellyanne. So let's just, on this beautiful 6/6 portal, the numerology of birth, the 6 is literally the divine woman with her pregnant belly giving birth. What is the 6/6 portal for you, Kellyanne? Like, what does that mean for you? And let's get this live started.
This 6/6 energy is pure Venusian led. So it's this divine feminine. We're not gender here. We're talking about an energetic, but we can feel into the energy of the goddess. So we can feel into this divine radiance and unconditional love and compassion and nurture and tolerance, and this like softening and blooming creative flow energy. So when we're talking Venusian, we're talking abundance. We're talking divine abundance. Not zeros on a digital screen. We're talking about like our ojas, our like golden radiance that just emanates through us. And when that energy flows with the Venusian energy on this day, we can activate more of those codes. So that's what's been coming in, is this divine blessing of our ojas, our like golden light, because the quantum field will mirror back to us our frequency. And this is really Jennifer and I's work, is that it's this frequential quantum work that really wants to land. So we become absolute mirrors. You know, everything in our life, everything in our world is mirrors of this, more of this goddess feminine frequency. So today we get this huge activation. It's like the divine Venusian goddess is literally beaming her rays through us. And we can work with that energy to really magnify these goddess codes within. And that's what's so exciting about working with the 6-6 portal. Numerology wise, 6 is the divine frequency of love. So it's all of that beautiful goddess energy of love, devotion, high self-worth, high value, and this really deep balm of unconditional love frequency that softens polarity. And that's what's come in with our channeled activation, is this balm of just softening any polarity, any old third dimensional, fourth dimensional structures, so we can come into this oneness field of divine love.
I love that. Oh, so powerful. We have a sister coming in saying, sharing true intentions. Hi, loves. I'm a healer and a creator of soul vibration. Ah, thank you for sharing. And sisters, Aaliyah. Hello, Aaliyah. Blessings. Happy to hear you joining with you all. Zania, happy 6-6 portal on Venus Day. I'm in my personal 6 year, perfectly aligned. Ah, thank you for sharing. For me, 6-6. And I just was sharing with Kellyanne before we came live. I had this total meltdown last night. Like, I just wanted to like throw all these things out. I can't do it all. Like, it just happened like towards the evening. I didn't really sleep much last night. You know, those nights when you just toss and turn. I'm like, what is this 6-6 portal? And I remember I had posted something on my Facebook page that said, what are you no longer available for to become the woman that is the leader, the creator, the who you're born to be? And you know, I send that out for everyone. Oh my gosh, that was for me, because I was living this older timeline of doing things and then I get angry. Like I'll do it all. Okay, I'm fast. I'll do it all. And then I get angry. And my bladder was like, I had like this mini UTI. Literally, I had to run to the bathroom and like, you know, a teaspoon comes out. And it's because I wasn't feeling supported. I wasn't supported. And I feel this 6-6 ignited something of like, I know you have to let go of who you've been to step into who, and I say that all the time, but I really feel I'm going through it right now. And I know Kellyanne was like kind of like talking me off the wall this morning a little bit, but I really feel this is this roller coaster of this 6D, this new architecture, this new future we're going to talk about. It is a truth serum. It is a it is so pure that whatever's within you, if you've been saying, I want to be this version of myself, I want to be that, and you're not it, guess what? Life is going to be showing you and bringing you absolute lessons so that you see it and it needs to clear. And that's what we're going to be doing today. So thank you for sharing, because 6-6 to me is birth, it's creation, it's like feels very Hathorian, very Venusian. I've always loved 6-6 because it's so just divine feminine, our essence, and it's harmony and love and new beginnings and birthing creation. And it's like, what are you wanting to birth right now? And true intentions. This is right on time for me also. Okay, sister. So beloveds, today we have so much prepared, and we're going to just pour our hearts and our 6-6 frequency and our 6D light of this new frequency. We're going to be talking about the new frequency of New Earth, that why it's the future. And we're also today, we're going to be receiving a 6D energy update from Kellyanne. She is like, her superpower are these beautiful energy updates. And she's going to share with you the cosmic alignments of maybe why you had a roller coaster night last night, like I did. I'm going to be listening. And then we're going to move into my signature golden karmic clearing method, where we're going to clear at the root. Because if you don't clear at the root, how can you move and clear what no longer is yours to hold? And a lot of them are chronic patterns from lifetimes. How can you move into the future version of yourself if you're lugging along the old version? So we're going to clear at the root, and then we're going to move into Kellyanne's going to be sharing a divine heart healing activation with this Venusian solar logos divine elixir to ignite you. And this is a part one of a two-part series. So there's a lot coming. And the 6D frequency, I feel, is a truth serum. Only truth and your pure intention can lead the new world. So I just invite you. It's not manifestation. It's not manipulation. It's not spiritual bypassing. It's not surface level intentions. It's clearing at the root ways of being identities are no longer available for, and they must be released. And to embody who you know you're born to be, and waking up and asking, who do I get to become today? Who am I birthing today? To be the woman who lives total financial freedom, serves the planet with her soul's gifts, creates legacy level impact in every room she enters. Because this is a new architecture and it requires a new pathway. And we will be sharing about this opportunity for those that are just ready to dive in, that are on the star, like, I'm on the line. I'm so ready to share my gifts with the world. If that's you and you're ready to lead this new earth, then we'll be sharing something later in our live just for you.
Okay. So, beloveds, what a ride we've been on this year. My goodness. So many codes, so many high solar flare, like S-class solar flares. I was speaking the number of clients actually earlier in the week, and we're like, I'm pretty sure at school we were not feeling these energies. It was like, you'd have your Walkman, you'd be listening to like, you'd be having like,
I love the Walkman, yeah.
it would all be like pretty method. There's no big, like crazy stuff coming in. But this just shows where we're at in our ascension process. And what I have found to be such a compassionate, loving narrative to self is that we are literally moving through one of the biggest metamorphoses of our physiology and our spiritual self that we have not seen on this planet ever. So we have to give ourselves grace. We have to, this is why this divine feminine energy is so important, because without the grace and the compassion towards and for our souls living in what is becoming more of our divine self, or for those that are ready to activate that, this is a huge ascension journey, and we are being watched upon by many other planets to see how we ride these waves, because we are being gifted so much light. So as we know, when there are huge influxes of light, our shadows rise. That's the alchemy of the light and the dark. So although it can feel like, whoa, I mean, I've just been to Gran Canaria, beautiful island, but I tell you, before then, I was going through some crazy soul purges like I've never felt before, like literal heart grief releases coming from absolutely nowhere, totally knocking me off. And it was just this deep knowing of like, wow, this light's coming in to do some really deep transmutation, and I have to hold myself as that cauldron. And there's probably a lot of ancestral energy coming up. There's a lot of my, past lives coming up, and I have just got to stay in that surrender and nurture. So this is, if you've been feeling those soul purges where you're just literally so intensely in that moment of like, get me my unicorn and take me off planet, like, oh, take me back to Venus, like just take me out of this feeling because it's so intense. I would say you're right on time for these energies right now. So don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Do not feel like you're going backwards. Do not feel like there is something integrally out of place within you. See it more as a shamanic frequency upgrade, where these codes are coming in and they're coming in deep to do some serious cellular recalibration and programming. And once you come through the other side, honestly, if you'd seen me prior at Gran Canaria to how I am now, that would have been a good before and after, because I literally feel like I've rebirthed a completely different frequency. Why? Because I've gone through a big dark night of the soul. Now I'm through the other side. Now I'm birthing new light. This is the roller coaster of ascension. This is why we feel we need to create this this method and journey to hold you in your deepest divine codes so you can blossom at that highest frequency, because we cannot do this alone. We are not meant to be the me, my, I. This is like the old frequency. We have to come together and nurture each other through these massive transformations. And we're hoping that we can gift our soul gifts, as channels and receivers of these beautiful six-dimensional codings, which is essentially unification. It's pure unity consciousness to allow us to be more of our divine nature. Now, this is exactly what's going on in the cosmos right now. Okay, so we've got the 6-6 portal. We've got this Venusian energy like landing through us. It's literally beaming through our auric field. It's not something outside of us. That Venusian energy is us. It's literally moving through our auric field. We get to embody that. We get to take that medicine. We get to alchemize, and we get to transform with it. So what's really special is that we've got this Venusian gateway right now. We have this literal doorway of expansion into more of our authentic truth, literally releasing the separation codes. And then next week, we've got Jupiter conjunct Venus. Okay, so Jupiter is like a monumental, expansive, huge love bomb of a planet. Like, we're talking like massive magnification of everything that your frequency is. So let's feel into what that frequency is, because if there was ever a moment on this planet right now, we have to absolutely know what we are focusing upon to expand that frequency out. Because in these higher dimensionals, 4th, 5th, moving up to 6, that 6-dimensional frequency is there in the ethers, and it's magnetizing us. We get to become the most quantum field of possibility. But it's about how we maintain and nurture our vibrational field, which means we have got to continuously parent this inner child and ego energy to keep expanding into more union and less polarity. So Jupiter with Cancer next week is going to magnify everything that we are. So what are we choosing to be? What are we choosing to focus on? And where can we up level our own codes of our self-worth, of our truth, of our beauty, of our grace? And how can we allow the flow of that to move on up and out through us, and not keep ourselves in these little societal boxes and these titles? And you have to be in this little formulation of template. We do not need to be in constricted templates. We need to be the light that was in this divine heart frequency field and emanate that out, which means we've got to come into a deep recognition of the shadow that will limit us from that. And this is what the 6-6 portal energy is inviting us to do. It's inviting us to meet those edges and to expand through our unconditional frequency field, everything that feels heavy, everything that feels like distortion, and just literally dissolve it out from our heart space. So it's exciting energy coming in, but because it's such, when you think Jupiter, it's like a huge electromagnetic field. But, in conversation with Venus, we're going to be moving through the light and the shadow of Venus, So, what is the light of Venus? It's the deepest, like divine, feminine creation, birthing, fertility. Like, if there were no restrictions, what would you be birthing? And also, what is spirit asking to be birthed through you? More to the point, this is not a human job. This is like, what are your guides wanting you to share? And allow your divine ancestry and your angelics and your I am presence to absolutely flow through you what needs to be shared at soul level for your deepest fulfillment in this life, which will expand the light of others, because you'll inspire others to do exactly the same. This is the energy that we're in right now. This is
Mm. I
that's
would
why.
love the sisters to write in the comments, what is spirit flowing through you? Like just Kellyanne said, what is spirit asking you to birth? Because this is this divine zone that you're in. That's so beautiful. Um, I just love how you mentioned about how the dark night of the soul, because I feel if everything is falling apart in your life, you're stepping into a new timeline. So it's just like, okay, that's falling apart, that's falling apart. Oh, what I thought and I like the thing I always can count on falling apart. Oh, they said I'm stepping into a higher new timeline. Oh, so that has to crack off. Oh, I'm expanding, I'm growing, like I'm cracking my shell. It's all good. So that's like, so this is the Venusian way of birthing, which is sometimes a little messy. What do you feel?
100%. And the more we give permission and surrender into those moments of absolute, like it's the tower card, if you will, like the crumbling, whatever needs to crumble, whatever needs to dissolve, whatever needs to transmute, whatever needs to have this metamorphosis. Can we hold ourselves and allow that deeply cathartic process, which will mean your emotional body gets to do all of the deep releasing that it needs to do. The body gets to lighten through the release, and only through meeting those edges of darkness can we truly birth a bigger light. And that's
Mm.
what we're not taught in this society. We're not, if we were in like an Amazonian tribe, we would be feeling and we'd be moving and we'd be dancing and we'd be wailing and we'd be drumming. And it's far much more of an embodiment journey. But I think the way the West has been entrained is that we block those feelings, or we might want to go to the doctor and the doctor wants to give us antidepressants. And it's not that energy that we need to be focusing on. We need to be focusing on, okay, my emotional body is presenting something here and I need to drop in. I need to
Mm.
not avoid. I need to not take a pill. I need to come in. I need to drop in and allow that alchemical process to birth whatever needs to be birthed. Because without that dropping in and surrender to the alchemy of our spirit shifting out what needs to be shifted, we cannot raise into our next level of frequency. It's an impossibility. So
Mm.
the more holding of our inner children, and the more surrender to these megalithic codes coming in, changing us in every single way possible, is most definitely the medicine that we have to keep reframing those ego parts that thinks that something is wrong when actually something is probably very right. We just need to let go of what isn't serving and allow that emotional energy to do its magic.
Mm.
Because once we've released and lightened, these bigger codes can come in and then we integrate them.
Mm-hmm. Well, the biggest codes coming in are only when we gather and we agree to this next level that we're stepping into. And it really reminds me of this new 60 light architecture and how it's no longer a masculine lineage and a feminine lineage. And that's what, when we talk about the future of New Earth and what you're sharing about, is first we do the embodiment work and the clearing work. And that we're going to step into next is our golden karmic clearing, my signature clearing at the root. And what this new frequency is, it's one, it's solar and rose. It is feminine God, masculine God, one. It's never been separated. It's oneness. And that's what we're going back to. And that's what's leading the new earth. So if you're working in only one, it's old era and you're not able to lead in this next upgrade. And so this is why we're being called to come on the 6/6 Live. And we're going to be sharing a pathway with you that is how you can lead as a new feminine leader for this new earth, not as the last year's earth, but as this next 100,000, 10,000 years. And so this is what is so crucial right now is we have to clear, right? You can't hold on to the old beliefs and chronic ways of being. So let's just step into clearing. Who's ready? How many of you are ready to clear what no longer serves you and step into that version of yourself you know you're born to be. Like, post in the chat. We had Zania sharing that she has, let me just get her quote. Spirit is asking me to create from sacred union within, clearing from source, not comfort zones. Venus helped me birth magnetic personal branding to coach my clients and not return to corporate. Oh, so like, I just love that. And I know she was saying how she's been purging and clearing from the heart. And so it's just like, this is what is aligning right now, and an opening.
I do feel that this this very deep heart clearing is again as part of the medicine right now, is this really deep, it could be sadness, frustration, grief release, anything that feels really heavy, and it's like, oh, it's hard to go there because the heart feels everything and it's painful, but it's important. And it's literally, we have to feel into more absolute divine trust of what is moving through us, and literally the divine support that we have. It's not just us on our own. This is why it's important that we come together like this, in terms of this timeline, now space reality, but also know that our ancestor spirits and our angelics are around us as well, and we are being so held and supported to birth this next level of creation. This isn't, we're not doing it on our own. I know it can feel like that, especially when we've had a whole lifetime maybe of doing everything on our own, you know, we've not been able to trust others within that process. But those codes are needing to dissolve, and this is why we magnify this work, magnify our heart fields when we come together in these beautiful sacred communities, because it amplifies that energy so much. So this is really about feeling our tribe, you know, feeling really deep code of goddess tribe energy. We're all here to magnify this divine light, and this is what we want to really share on this special day.
So powerful. Not walking alone anymore. That's the Piscean journey. This is, we walk together. And I just invite you to post in the chat, what is your vision? What are you birthing? What, even if it's still sitting in your laptop, or the book that's still sitting in your drawer, or the manuscript that hasn't left your writing pad, what are you wanting to birth? What's your vision? What's your mission? What's your calling? Please post in the chat. And as we move into this golden karmic clearing, and I just want to just see where you're at, like claim it, just put it into some writing, post in the chat, and just share with us, what is your vision? What are you birthing? And as we open into this birthing portal, we need to clear what's no longer yours to hold, what you're no longer willing to carry. Simone, embracing, loving, embodying myself fully without holding back, leaving behind that I am too much and it's not safe to fully be and show my true self. Beverly, yes, I'm ready to clear what no longer serves me to be fully me on this earth, this lifetime. Aaliyah, I've been having many micro connections of beautiful souls making space for each other rather than holding back space from each other, and announcing the love and recognition of divine feminine, influencing cooperation, inclusion rather than discrimination. My old belief system, I can't do this alone. I need someone, I need a man. So beloveds, as you write in what your vision is, you can write in your journal as well. The next question I have for you is, what's been holding you back from that? Why isn't that a reality in your life right now? And I invite you to bring forward an intention for our golden karmic clearing method that we're going to step into now. What is a chronic pattern, a way of being, I'm not enough, I have to struggle in life, I'm always rejected, it never works out for me, everyone else gets it but me. Whatever is that one thing, like for me last night was, I always do it all myself and then I get angry. I easily do it all. I work fast. I'm the one that holds it together. And that's such a lower timeline. And I'm breaking free of that. And that really came up that that is no longer the woman I want to be. And so, how do I let that go? Well, I have to choose to. I have to step into identity because reality reacts to your identity first. And as you can become that identity, everything all aligns. And so, as we create that identity, is first by let's clear out what no longer is yours. How many want to clear at the root? What is no longer yours to carry? So, this is what we're going to step into. Aaliyah, the limitations I allow others to place on me. Yeah, and the limitations we place on ourselves. So, I invite you, take a breath, and we're going to just drop into our bodies, moving from our mind. We received a lot of information, Kellyanne's energy update and her really powerful vision of how we are going through these dark nights of the soul and how that is you expanding into your next level with these Venusian, Jupiter, Cancer transits, and a lot of squares, she said, is coming. So I was feeling the squares last night. It's already squaring me. Try to take a breath. Inhale through the nose, the divine masculine, the linear breath, holding for a moment, and then exhaling an audible exhale, the divine feminine in sacred union, letting all go what no longer serves you. And just let the shoulders go, let the jaw slack, whatever you need to arrive here. And grounding, sending that grounding cord from your abdomen down through the terra, down through the floor of your temple, into the heart, gold and crystalline core of Mother Gaia, connecting with the foundation, the mycelia root network that's supporting you, all the sisters that are here today and in replay, birthing this new earth, the future of new earth. And as you inhale up her support and her love and her foundation, up through your root and your Shushmana, your central channel, into your heart, expanding your heart light, building and igniting your heart coherent field. I invite you with that intention that you spoke to or you wrote in your journal of what is a chronic belief or way of being. When they happen over and over, or maybe you're even born with it, it's a karmic pattern. And so it began at another time. It might have begun in your childhood, and many light workers, it's a past life. And so I invite you now with this intention that you're holding, that you are like, I really want to clear this. No longer, it protected you. Let's honor it. It came into your life for a reason, but now it can be a prison, or it can be a shackle, it can be a chain, it can be a heaviness that is no longer yours. I invite you to just scan your body and see where that is in the location in your body. So starting at your crown chakra, I bring my hands, because I'm a double air sign, I'm double Libra. I need to kind of know where I'm at. Go through your pineal, your throat, your heart chakra, your solar plex, your sacral, your root, and just feel where that is. For me right now, I'm in my belly. My belly, your belly transmutes all emotions. And so I invite you to place your hands. It could be in a couple places. So you have two places. I just invite you to place your hands on your body. As you place your hands on your body, your left heart, your left on your higher part of your body, if there's another location, the right hand on the lower part, you start to release oxytocin also when you touch and hold yourself. It creates a feeling of safety and of protection, and that allows you to expand and be in pleasure, which helps you to touch these places that have been locked away. So where is this location of this rooted chronic pattern? Is it your belly? Is it your sacral? Is it your heart? And placing your hands on that area. And now connect with it. Is it a shape? Is it a color? Is it a sound? Is it a frequency? Is it an image? Just connect with that. Or you might not see or hear anything, and that's fine. Because these are it roots in the body. Everything's held in the body. And so from this, we're going to send a cord back to the root event. It didn't happen in this moment when I got angry last night, or I kind of melted down. It didn't start last night. It started many times for light workers ages ago. So send this cord back. We're going to send this cord back through time. You don't need to know when it was. We're going to send your intention and just guide your cord. I'm going to send my cord back to that moment, that root, that initial moment when this happened, that created this chronic belief or feeling in my body, this false truth. this limiting belief. Now send that cord back all the way and just watch it. I see these cords as like a milky white color. Send it back to your childhood, to the past lifetime. Send it back, send it back. And as you send it back, and it anchors, I'm seeing it gridding and anchoring to one place. Allow your spirit, your soul to guide you. You're now there, and there's a person or people that hurt you in that moment where it created this experience. And we're going to call them in for a healing so that they can be healed and they can move on in their path. Because when you feel a pain or a wound, it allows it to move on its path forever. And so I just invite you to call in the beloved. You don't have to see them. You don't have to be next to them, but you're just going to call them in energetically if they'd like to have a healing, so that they can be healed. Calling them in now as we send them love, and just send them love from your heart, sending love to yourself, sending love to them. And now as we send love to them, feel in this frequency, in this moment in time at the root, where they receive a soul healing. Feel the soul healing that they're receiving, and that your soul is alighting. And now they're choosing differently. See this like golden light washing over them. And as that golden light washes over them, it washes over you. And now you are choosing differently because of the love frequency, because of your intention to clear this, that you are no longer available for this way of being in your life. And what happened in that moment, thousands, moments, minutes ago, lifetimes ago, what do you see and what do you feel? And now it is no longer your truth. Feel the shift as you send love and your truth and your power to this moment in time, this root, to this chronic pattern that has been with you for lifetimes. It has affected your lineage, your family, your connections. And as the love of the person that maybe hurt you, as they heal and their radiance, you're now able to recode a new event, and it shifts. You're now no longer available for that timeline. And time is circular. It's not linear. What you do in the moment right now can change 12 generations front and back. Your descendants, your ancestors, your mother, your father, your grandmother, your great-grandmother, who never had the ability to heal like you can right now. You're healing all of your relations. And now feel this now, this recoding, that this trauma situation or wound or root is now dissolving. And as I see this cord, I already see it dissolving. See this cord, and it just starts to kind of just like just crumble into little breadcrumbs and into nothingness as it dissolves into just clear space. And now as you recode and call in a new phrase, a new belief, just feel this clearing. As it's clearing, as you've healed the other, given them a healing with your love, and you received a healing, and the whole situation uplifted and up-leveled and shifted into a new timeline. And now recode. So if your old statement was like, I am always rejected, or it never works out for me, or I can't find love, or I'm not a good enough healer, or I am abandoned. What is the new statement that you're ready to claim? And I invite you to speak that statement. If you would like to type in the chat, you can do that. Just hold this like, I am accepted. I am enough. I am love. Your love just healed an entire situation that has held you back for lifetimes. Even in your childhood, it rooted somewhere else because you chose your parents, your family, your neighborhood, your culture so that you could then face this and heal it. And this is a contract of your soul moment right now. Because for you to lead this planet and share your soul gifts and shift the people you're here to transform with your work and your love and your talent, this needs to go, doesn't it? And so as you recode it, and I see this, I see the roots, or I see the root and the cord. I'm seeing a lot of clarity. I'm seeing a lot of no roots. I'd like you to go to your body, and I see some of the tentacles or roots still in the body. So I'd like for you to just send love, put your hands on that place where it originated, your chakra or an organ or the place in your body vessel. And I invite you just to even pull it out, pull these roots out, that they now have no cord. So they're just kind of roots with no connection, and just pull them out, send them, have Archangel Michael or the Dove of God send them to the galactic center, or you can send them down to Mother Gaia to transmute. Whoosh. I'm just going to just pull those out. So there's no residue, no implants, no energy, no cordings, no AI, no any old memories, old connection to that way of being, that chronic false belief that started many, many lifetimes ago and is now ending today. And just feel how you feel right now. I feel an openness. I feel a clearing. I feel there's some energy that still needs to shift. So we're going to bring in some Grand Central Sun of Source, this God, divine, solar light energies, bringing it down through your crown, this golden light, to pool in any areas that are now clear and open from having released, now filling with a pooling golden light of your true essence, of true source, and clearing you. So now you can recode and step into this new identity of the woman that shifts rooms with her presence, that shares her work unapologetically, who guides the people she's here to lead without doubting herself, without hesitation, without, oh, I better not be that, I better not do too much, I better not speak too loud, I better not rock the boat. And then the doubt and hesitation, and then the critical thinking, and then we we don't share our work, and we don't share our gifts, and we don't live our truth. And so this is, just feel this as it's cleared through you. And as we grid this and ground this, just grounding your feet on Mother Gaia. And feel this now as you've cleared this karmic clearing. This is the golden karmic clearing method. Clears permanently at the root. It does not return, because once you feel it and honor it, it moves on forever. And so I invite you to slowly, when you're ready, open your eyes with a gentle gaze. Come back to the room. And if you'd like to share in the chat, Simone, I am safe, I am loved, I'm free to be all I want to be. Aaliyah, I'm embodied, whole, and loved. Zinnia, new statement, I deserve wealth. And a sister, in Chinese language, I want to clear self-abandonment, become more aware of my movements. This is in my physical body. And so please share your recoded, share how you're feeling, share how it's moving through you. Because this is that next level, is clearing what no longer serves you so that you can step into your true gifts and let that go. How does that feel? Just letting that go. Just take a moment. Maybe an exhale, maybe a shake, maybe a journaling. As the sisters are sharing. Before we step into our 6/6 portal divine heart healing activation with Kellyanne, which is our next step here this is our part 1 today. This is our healing and clearing to create the space for your highest timeline, your future, your true identity that isn't the past. Because you can bring in your past. Yeah, you can bring in that luggage. You can walk with your past and live that comfortable life where you don't expand, you don't stretch. But then you don't share your gifts. You don't lead this planet. You just stay where you've been and you circle the same thing. Because reality and frequency responds to your identity first. And who are you right now? Who are you right now, and who are you ready to be? I asked about what's your vision, and then what's been holding you back, and we let that go. So the next step is, who are you born to be? And part 2, which is going to be on the 7/7 portal in July, it isn't for everybody. And there's 2 kinds of people here today. One, she has a vision, a dream, a soul mission in her belly, and she's so lit from within. But then doubt creeps in, a little hesitation. Oh no, who do I think I am doing that? Oh no, I better not do that. And stays on her own, stays alone, keeps it still within her. I'm just going to keep my gifts within me. They're safe, and takes no action. And then there's the second type of person, the woman who's here today. And she has incredible dreams, sees a vision of new earth, birthing ideas, her purpose, her soul mission, igniting in every cell, her empire igniting within her. And she knows walking alone is the past era, and knows that when she's in high containers of light with others, her light, her intentions amplify, and she's willing to let go of her old stories, staying only with what she knows, that old way of being, and just being comfortable, to now expand and stretch as the leader who takes action. And who feels she's a number 2? Who out there? Who's a number 2 out there? Because our 2-part series is the identity activation. From today, the clearing and healing of the new earth feminine leader you're born to be. And it's the 7/7 portal, the New Earth Feminine Leader Soul Gifts Activation in the Temple of Isis. It'll be with myself and Kellyanne. And we have an early VIP price. The link is in the captions. And I invite you to step in. We have so much planned. And this is the call of the Divine Feminine Leader. And that will be, Kelly and I see this pathway, and it's so important that we are going to be in Egypt, and Kellyanne is going to be joining us in Egypt, and this is the Sun Pharaoh Queen Egypt pilgrimage, which is October 1st and through 11th, and this is for the sister, that the woman who wants to help activate the royal divine feminine codes for the planet and within her, and step into her majestic self in the Egyptian sun, with the Egyptian sun queens Nefertiti, Nefertari, and Hatshepsut, and goddess Isis in the Temple of the Queens, because this is where the codes are held. And we've been called to go to Armana, the home of the city of light of Nefertiti and Akhenaten, and go to Isis, and go to Abu Simbel, and go to Hatshepsut's temple complex, and grid and activate the royal feminine codes for the planet. So we have the 7/7 portal for you to step into. The link is in the captions. It's only $22 right now. The price will go up. And then we have the Egyptian pilgrimage. And this is where you step into your full soul mission, soul calling. And it's just effortless quantum leaps when you walk in the temples, and with your confidence, your power, your presence, and your majestic truth for humanity and the women worldwide. We don't do this just for ourselves. We go to Egypt for activating this for all of humanity and the women worldwide, who they will have the architecture. We're going to grid it in the ley lines. We're going to activate it within ourselves. You will become the portal of the new divine feminine leadership architecture for this new earth, to lead feeling connected, supported, unapologetically empowered. And that link is in the captions as well. And so I invite you to step in. And so I just pass this over to Kellyanne. And so while you have a second to check out the 2 offers and step in, Kellyanne will share her magic with you now. Oh, we have a lot of 2s, by the way, Kellyanne, and our Aaliyah's a 2, Zania's a 2, Beverly's a 2. All right. Okay, we got some 2s going.
Okay, beloved. So really anchoring that beautiful energy of deeply releasing any vibrational field or anything that feels heavy in your system, and just literally allowing that beautiful alchemy that Jennifer has brought in to just dissolve in the highest divine light, softening our fields and opening our hearts to this beautiful channeled consciousness that is the solar rose energy, that has honestly been such a blessing moving through us and such a gift to share. So just really allowing ourselves to come into our own temple of the heart. Really feeling yourself upon your beautiful divine throne. And really feeling this circle of divine queen energy that we find ourselves in today. We invite our I am presence to be fully alive within us and through us. And deeply feel the connection to each of the beautiful goddess sisters within this divine circle and this etheric solar rose temple that we find ourselves in today. We thank Archangel Michael for his beautiful golden orb of protection around each and every one of us and around this temple space. And now see, sense, feel all of our beautiful beings in this divine circle. Allow ourselves to fully land and anchor in this now moment, inviting our higher self energy to journey now together. And really sense and feel this connection at heart level to each and every one of us here, building this beautiful divine pillar of light. The rays of that beautiful Venusian star just emanating through us as us. And as we find ourselves in this beautiful divine circle, Goddess Venus herself steps forward into the center of this circle, this divine crystalline pink radiant rose light of the goddess. She dances through and within this circle space, and her divine ray, this crystalline pink ray, fills our circle and fills this temple, taking a deep inhalation of her codes into our heart. And then allowing that beautiful crystalline pink ray to emanate through every facet of the heart. Taking a deep breath in. And releasing. And allowing petals to unfurl at our heart space, that beautiful divine Venusian rose within the heart. Goddess Venus today would like to anoint us with this divine rose oil. She would like to bless us with this oil over our crown chakra and also to unite our divine heart and heart chakra energy. And the blessing of this beautiful rose anointment oil is to bring in all of the codes of the Venusian energy of deep unconditional love, of deep divine flow, of deep creation, of fertility and of birthing. And really feeling that energy building within this field now and giving ourselves full permission to connect to it. Beautiful Venusian rose oil wants to open and recalibrate any codes within our third eye to give us full connection to our I am presence, to allow ourselves to be the channels for what spirit wants to flow through us as us, our higher soul mission, divine blueprint, if you will. So beautiful Goddess Venus with her pink crystalline ray gown and her divine flowing energy comes to place this beautiful anointment of rose after 3 on the third eye. 3, 2, and 1. Receiving, receiving, receiving these goddess codes at the third eye. Taking Taking a deep breath in. And allowing the blossoming of those codes just to soften and release any contraction and just open to that blossoming of divine will. Taking a deep breath into the temple of the heart, feeling the energy of the higher heart and the heart chakra. And this beautiful Venusian blessing oil coming in to unite the two. After 3, 2, and 1, feeling those Venusian codes coming in at the heart. And allowing the blossoming of those codes, softening and releasing and being a pure balm of oneness, creating from oneness, from that divine union within. And just feel yourself unfurling as that beautiful rose Venusian energy, as you, that is you. Feeling the blossoming of that goddess energy through the heart now. And giving yourself full permission to receive, to receive, to receive. Beautiful goddess Venus bows as we bow to her for this beautiful blessing on her sacred day. And she steps back now. It's our beautiful solar logos, that divine golden sun energy. Our solar logos, beautiful god Helios and goddess Vesta. The beautiful golden robes of light sashaying into this circle now. Beautiful golden rays of light filling this space, igniting the fire of the sun into our fields now, merging with this beautiful rose ray, ignited with a rose gold ray of divine love and union. Breathing that into the heart, feeling that beautiful sun energy filling the space, filling every cell of our being. And Vesta, with her golden robe, comes forward with the most beautiful perfume bottle. Within this bottle is a golden elixir. This beautiful golden light elixir, literally the rays of the sun. And this tincture will be placed upon our tongue. A divine vibrational source-like activation to ignite the solar codes within our heart space, so we can expand the divine frequency of the divine feminine Venusian energies out into our field, out into our aura, and out through us. We are beautiful beacons of unified energy and light. The investor comes swirling forwards, and she opens her heart, asks us to receive this tincture. If you pray yes, beautiful, opening our hearts to this tincture. This golden sun elixir will blow, so you receive it through the breath, through the quantum field. So receiving this sun elixir after 1, 2, 3. Down through the throat, down into the heart. This warm sun elixir balm expands through every facet of the heart until a beautiful, bright, burning sun ignites with the rose and expands manifold through our auric field, out, 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 out. Feel the fire of that source light energy and the unification of our own goddess energy, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, king and queen, coming online in the deepest dance of celebration now. Letting that sun and rose energy dance and move and swirl through your being, allowing that light, that ray, flame to ignite more of your divine presence in this now timeline, opening doors for you to flow your divine heart energy to bless your friends, your communities, and beyond. And this light together now, as we feel these codes moving through us, and as this goddess sisterhood anchors these codes now all the way down, 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 down into the layers of Mother Gaia. She receives these divine codes of love and oneness, this divine feminine and solar light and pure unified field consciousness. And she takes a deep breath in deep compassion and gratitude. And this rose gold pillar of light is huge. It travels all the way up to source and all the way down to the crystal heart core of Mother Earth, opening our hearts to expand that light now. Sending this blessing to all of Gaia's children, the animals, the bees, the birds, the trees, the entirety of humanity. Bring in this unconditional love frequency and solar fire, allowing us to be our divine presence in this earthly plane right now. So it is, and it is so. It is done. Thanking these beautiful beings, these beautiful consciousnesses want to work with us today. Thank you, beautiful souls, for receiving these gifts, being emanations of this light. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for gridding this into the physical, the physical, the physical. And as we soften into this energy, we invite more of our presence to come back into this earthly plane, gently coming into our body fully, feeling our roots at our base, feeling our hearts with that beautiful, expansive, unconditional frequency, and feeling our crown coming directly to source. Taking a deep breath in, hard breath out. 2 more, deep breath in. Expand that light out. And 1 more. Blessings, beloveds. Fluttering the eyes open softly when you feel ready, just to come back into connection.
Beautiful. Wow, so powerful. Sisters, take a moment and just be with what you have just experienced. The clearing at the root, and then receiving the elixir, the Venusian, Helios, the solar frequency, the expansion of your pillar of light. Just feel that. And then when you're ready, to maybe just post in the chat and the comments what moved through you, what opened. I know one of the sisters was sharing, I feel something is melting inside my body and tears coming out. I'm shining bright. I am the best. new timeline, embody the Empress. What's coming through with Kellyanne's transmission is Empress codes. We were only allowed to be a damsel or a caretaker in patriarchal template, and now I'm permitted to step into my divine feminine template of the Empress. Ah, love that. This is why we are here, isn't it, Kellyanne? Like to hear that kind of shift and that kind of truth realigning as your truth, not like a vision out there in the future, but bringing your vision, timeline shifting, collapsing timeline. So this is the 6D light architecture. This is this pathway that we are talking about. And Kellyanne, would you like to share anything about, as we close now, this timeline, this architecture, this pathway? That's now the new future for the new divine feminine leader. And it's not what was even, 2 months ago.
For sure. This beauty that is this heaven and earth unification, this becoming our divine blueprint, remembering our royal codes and really giving ourselves this opportunity to rise into these higher divine frequencies, to be embodied in the physical. It's like a future and past timeline. If you feel back to Golden Atlantis and Lemuria, where angels and humans walked as one, we are igniting these goddess angelic noble royal codes through us. This is why Egypt and the Egyptian codes might be calling you if you're feeling this. I am this queen energy, and I know my ancestry have hold codes where that is seen as too much, but it's the truth. It's our divine truth. We have come here on purpose with these beautiful divine gifts and this power and presence from timelines way beyond this timeline in other galaxies and other dimensions. And we are looking to merge all of our nobility in this timeline now to be the medicine for Gaia to rise, so our future children and future generations have beauty and grace and truth as their timeline, as their reality. And that's not going to happen on its own. We all have to remember these codes. So the pathway, the technology, these beautiful divine consciousnesses that are coming through us are allowing us to vibrate in a different geometry. This pathway is about literally transforming our geometry in the quantum field to be of that vibration that allows us to be our divine nature in human form and walk this earth as kings and queens. That's what's coming.
I love that. And Kellyanne and I really, this is a pathway that we have just, you've experienced today. And if you're live or on replay, and part 1 was today, the healing and the clearing and the anointing. And then part 2 will be the 7/7 portal, July 7th. And that will be the feminine leader activation, the new earth feminine leader activation, and in the temple of Isis. And this is activating your soul gifts, the identity of who you are stepping into with Isis, with the divine frequency of the goddess of the divine feminine code holders, the solar lineage that is the holder of this new 100,000-year era we just stepped into, and that you are being called to be the first leaders of it. And so the queens are being called, the new earth, the future doesn't open without your gifts, your unique light, your ideas, your vision, your mission that will change the world. And on this 6/6 portal of birthing and creation, who will you be? The woman that says fully yes to her truth, even if you have no idea how to do it, when to do it, what's needed, what are the steps. But because when you commit, you just commit to it today. Like, I commit to being who I know I'm supposed to be. And you take one step. And when you are a full body yes to your dreams, yourself, your vision, what's living already within you, you become that identity and the world rearranges around you. And this is that new pathway of no longer masculine, feminine, but it is oneness and union. And as a leader, when you hold this frequency of divine source, that is the 60 frequency of the light leader, the divine feminine leader, your offerings, you're magnetic, you're like, it's not even quantifiable, the miracles I've seen in my life. I'm sitting in my dream home in Tulum. I made that decision fall of last year. And the lady sitting next to me was a realtor in Mexico. And guess what? And I said, nobody can get loans in Mexico. And she said, what? I have a person you can call. And I had many other options I met. And guess what? Her person that she referred me sitting there at a Tony Robbins had Unleash the Power Within training, which I'd never been to before, is the company I ended up using who helped me get this home. And I made that commitment standing there. And so that step, and then I reached over and I did an action. I asked her when she's like, I'm a realtor. And I'm like, what? And so that little action changed my life. I now am a permanent resident of Tulum, Mexico. And because I did that, and what miracles are going to open in your life because you say yes to a pathway for the future. And so no longer have your New York Times bestseller book sitting in your laptop, but have it be on the New York Times bestseller list, changing lives. And what are you ready to birth? I invite you to walk with us for the 7-7 portal. This is a pathway, starts on 6-6, we're birthing. 7-7, 7 is the numerology, heaven coming to earth. Your soul gifts activate as a new divine feminine leader. And then we have the pathway that leads through to Egypt, where you then grid it in the queen temples of the sun. And so I invite you to walk with us. We have a limited special offer, $22 price for the 7-7 portal, the caption above. And join us in Egypt and be the woman you know you're born to be as we close out 6-6. Kellyanne, closing out, what is your final words together? And I mean, you shared what I love. I'd love for you to share just a little bit about why you said yes to Egypt, because you're stepping in now. And I'm so excited. But what was your call? Because you see the pathway, and I just invite you, I'd love to hear and have you share with the sisters, what was your call?
So, I mean, this birthing creation energy and giving yourself a full yes and permission to life moving through you and these divine codes moving through you, it's a greater expansion of that. So it's allowing this like higher spiritual yes to be an actionable yes in the physical. So it's about being able to receive. This is one of the big divine feminine codes that we're all here to transmute, is that you are worthy to receive. And what can you say yes to that you know, if there was no limitations, your soul would be a yes. And so for me, the birthing of this solar rose frequency architecture has been a yes. The gridding of what this architecture is to ignite a higher vibrational frequency of love and oneness on this planet is the divine frequency of yes. How do we do that? We need to grid it. Where's the best place to grid it? Through this beautiful pilgrimage in Egypt and maybe other places on the planet as well. But if we're able to be the embodiments of what our authentic heart call is and follow that in the portal that is Egypt, that is just so powerful, but is so necessary right now. The distortion of energy that's been on that land for eons of time need this divine medicine. And so allowing the magnitude of this energy to come through us to anchor these beautiful divine feminine codes in these portals, I mean, it's going to be absolutely beautiful and magical and miraculous. I've got no doubt about it.
Yeah, you don't come back the same. And the call came in that the Royal Divine Feminine Codes held by Nefertari, Nefertiti, Hatshepsut, and Goddess Isis. Well, the three pharaoh queens, Nefertiti, Nefertari, and Hatshepsut, did not die naturally. They died very young because women were not supposed to be powerful in those era. And the codes died with them. And so they're held in their temples, and they've asked us, I just got chills on my legs, to step back into the temples and activate this for humanity, because we don't ever do pilgrimages just to go. We're being called. And so we're doing this for humanity. You're doing this for your soul path, and you're doing this for women worldwide, for us to activate. We'll be with the Blue Lotus. We'll be connecting with the Blue Lotus. She is the symbol of the divine feminine, and she has started to sprout again along the Nile. The prophecy goes, the Blue Lotus died out on the Nile. She was gone, and she's only started to come back. And the prophecy states, when the divine feminine rises, the Blue Lotus will return on the Nile. And she has just started to sprout again about a year and a half ago. And so there's beautiful sanctuaries in Aswan that we'll be visiting that are incubating the Blue Lotus. And so it's this deep private times at the Sphinx and Isis temple ceremonies and Sekhmet, of course, at Karnak. But it's just the call. So I invite you to step in, join us on 7-7 portal. And we have more. This pathway there's more, but we're just going to give you 2 little juicy tidbits today. And so join us for the 7-7 portal, jump in, it's $22. And then the Egypt pilgrimage is by application only. I invite you to step in. And so as we close today, I thank you, I honor you, and I just invite us to just hold our heart and our womb as we close out today, the 6-6 portal. And my overarching question for you is, what are you ready to birth? What is ready to be born within you? And I invite you to take one step towards that, like me turning to the woman next to me and asking her. And when she said she was a realtor in Mexico, and I got a contact, that's all I did. It changed the direction of my life. I didn't know that at the time. There was 10,000 people in that space, and she was the one sitting next to me. And I just invite you, what if you made that choice, and in a year, you're in a whole new place because of one little action? Maybe it's going to 7-7 portal. Maybe it's going to Egypt. Maybe it's turning to your neighbor and asking a question. So I just invite you to birth the woman you know you're meant to be. And I send you so much love as we close out our 6-6 portal. The future of New Earth is here, and it is in good hands. And join us in Egypt. Join us on the 7-7 portal and be with Kellyanne and I. And I thank you so much, Kellyanne, for your wisdom, your grace, your energy update, and your activation. And cannot wait to see what unfolds with all of us. And we have some beautiful shares. Jacqueline, feeling the crystalline soul rose nectar flow through my body. Aaliyah, an invitation to feel the love, welcome home. Simone, same for me. Aaliyah, wow, the Blue Lotus has come full circle. So sisters are really feeling that crystalline nectar of the rose from your activation. Sisters in replay, please share as well. We want to hear from you. And I send you so much love as we close out our 6-6 portal. Sending you so much love, Kellyanne, coming to Mexico and the UK, holding the field, and sending you all so much love. And thank you for walking with us, being with us. And we cannot wait to see you on the 7-7 portal in July and in Egypt. Much love. Beloveds.